just been talking to Joe there about his concussion. I didn't know he suffered that bad. You know, it's like, was it quite a worry when it happened at the time? Joe Murphy.
Murphy early on in the season.
Yeah.
It's obviously a worry when you see your player have a head injury having to come off, and then after it, what happened? But he was really well looked after by everybody, so it was well done to all the medical people for looking after him. And
does it also show how important the concussion protocols are now as well?
Yeah, it's important that you look after the player's health. So that was a job well done by all. That was a long time ago now.
Yeah. Just looking at League Two table earlier, before I was speaking to you, so tight, isn't it? You know, even the way down to 10th place, Mansfield, they're only 2 points off the playoffs. It's an exciting league, isn't it?
Yeah, very. And we're pleased that we've worked hard to be in the shake-up with 8 games to go now. So we're pleased with that. Now we want to continue to keep being competitive and being it right until the very end.
And even looking at yourselves, Northampton, Bristol Rovers, you've all got identical records, apart from Northampton, just on goal difference. But you think it is going to go down to the wire, this?
I don't know, but we just have to look after ourselves, Carl. That's what it is. We just have to make sure that we do our part of it, and that's take care of our own results and performances, and then see where it takes us.
And you've now taken 7 points out of your last 3 games. Do you feel like you've got back to what you were doing, what you've always done, your good style of play and stuff, after that difficult spell?
Yeah, I just think that we made some, you get away penalties and stuff like that, and losing goals from set plays. It's always going to be difficult to win games, tight games, if you're getting away cheap goals like that. We lost a last minute goal at Walsall and stuff like that. So there was other parts of the performance that was good, but they're a great group of players, so they just always very quickly just wanted to get back onto what makes us a good team to get good results, and we've managed to start to get the results now. And
you've shown good quality, good character in two of the games against Mansfield, when you got pegged back in injury time, but then went on to win the game. You came back against Sutton United as well.
Yeah, they certainly don't lack character. We'll keep going and we'll keep fighting for the points all the time and try and get the results that, like I say, keeps us in that shake-up right until the very end. And
you got Colchester this weekend. They've only won 2 of the last 10, but they're near the bottom of the table, aren't they? So it's always difficult playing against those kind of sides at this point of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, always a tough place to go, Colchester. Very committed team, long way away. So we know that we must get everything right. We've got to. It's a really important time in the season, but we know that what a difficult game it will be if we're not at our best.
And we've spoken about your away form this season. You've won 4 on your travels, but you have drawn 8. Are they the fine lines you talk about in football? You could have, some of those could have been turned into wins, couldn't they?
Yeah, of course. We obviously want to win every game that we play in, and we probably should have done better and won and picked up more points away from home if we're being fair to ourselves. But we'll keep going. Listen, at the end of the day, the league table will tell you how many points you've accumulated at the end, how many you've deserved to get, and we just hope that we get enough to be successful. And
do you think, with how tight it is, you need to start winning some games away from home as well, or is it just important to pick up points?
It's important to pick up points. Just do what you do well, and just keep trying to pick up points.
And Joe Murphy's been back in the last 3 games. He's made some good saves, hasn't he? Now, how important is his experience in this running? Because he's won promotion with other clubs as well in the past.
Experience always helps because you've been through it before. But then it's always also important that you put in the performances when the moment comes. So Joe's done very well. He's kept us very calm. Ross is a great goalkeeper as well. So we're blessed to know that we've got good goalkeepers there when called upon.
And Ian Dawes said last week, bringing Joe back in wasn't a reflection on Ross Doohan's performances, was it?
No, not at all. We just needed to bring a wee bit of experience probably into the group to calm down the back 4 a little bit. Joe's a very good talker, very experienced player, and he came in and he's done that. So we're pleased that he's settled things down for us.
And Jay Spearing, is he ready to return yet? And how much have you missed him in midfield?
Well, he'll travel with us this weekend, yes. So he's back into the squad. He's had a good week's training. It wouldn't be fair to me to say that we've missed them because the two players in there have done very well. The players have come into midfield, but certainly his experience at this time in the season and using that experience on the team, he knows how to manage games. That's a side of it definitely that will be very valuable to us coming into this busy period. So no, it's great to have him back in the group again.
And any other injury news ahead of the game on Saturday?
No, we should be okay. Because of this, it's gone Saturday. You get time to get them recovered and get over the game before, so they're not sort of getting any of the overuse injuries that you get when you play Saturday, Tuesday. So we've been able to recover them now. So we're getting the group back to the full strength now.
Okay, brilliant, Micky. Good luck for the weekend.
You too. See you soon, pal.
See you soon.
Hi, Micky. How are you doing, mate?
Hiya. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, not too bad. When we spoke to Dorsey last week, he said that he complimented on you on how you keep everybody in the dressing room level-headed. How would you assess your own ability to keep everyone focused?
I think that's what your job is as a manager. That's what you have to do. You have to keep people focused on what the job is. You can't get too carried away. You just got to concentrate on what it takes to get the right type of performance, what your job is, what your role is for the team, and just concentrate on that, what you can control and all that kind of things. So that's all we speak to them about all the time. Just go out and do your jobs.
And how is it sort of managing the stress of a promotion battle as close as this one? Because I can't imagine how much it must weigh on you and the players.
I don't know, it's my job, innit? We'll much rather be involved in this than anywhere else. I want to be involved in these types of games. That's what we work so hard all year round, is to, when you're coming into the last single figure amount of games that you're involved in the shake-up. We're in that, so far so good, but we've got to now keep working hard to stay in there.
What are the biggest differences between being in this position as a manager and then as a player?
Well, man, you obviously don't play, so right away you're not joining in. So as a player, it's you just get out there, you go and play. And the manager, his job is to look at the performance of all the players and make sure that it's playing in a way that we believe will make us successful. So keeping an eye on all parts of the performance, individual and group, to make sure that they're playing at the right tempo with the right mentality in order to try and get us some results.
Speaking of players who have been in this sort of situation before, we've just spoken to Joe Murphy then, and you were in the Tranmere squad with him way back in the day. What's it like now, sort of managing him?
Oh, it's no problem, because we have you're professional and you have a healthy respect for each other. Joe now, as a player, is very valuable to us and is a great member of the dressing room. I'm the manager that has to work with him in order to try and find a way of perform every week. So we all know what our roles are in it. So there's absolutely never been a problem of knowing where our parts are and trying to make Tranmere successful.
And we've spoken all season long of how any team can beat anyone in League Two. You travel to Colchester this weekend, and they're sort of at the wrong side of the table, whereas you're at the right side of the table. It doesn't mean that anything's going to be taken for granted, does it? No,
absolutely not. Absolutely not. The minute you start underestimating or not trying to be the best version of yourself, then we're not good enough to do that. We have to be our best to win games. So we just concentrate on trying to be our best in order to try and gain results, and then we believe that we should be okay, but we've got to go and deliver on that first.